It's a sports game. Someone wins, someone loses, but let's just bet with whoever is having injuries. The sympathy is with them. Kumusta kayo sa amin at kami mananalo upang kami muli magkita-kita?
Warning. The following show features bets placed either by degenerates or under the supervision of degenerates. Accordingly, the hosts and the producers must insist that no one attempt to copy any bets or activity performed on this show. We have the next person coming in. Andrew is coming in, minus his bets.
And you're giving me crap.
How nice of you to join us.
It's 2 minutes to I'm early.
Well, where's the bets?
I've got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a minute.
Yeah, I asked you for the bets early. I have 2 minutes.
Yes, I need them early.
I have 2 minutes, so relax.
You've missed the highlight of this week already, which is the fact that Marcus is betting on a horse that he doesn't know where or when it's running. Yeah, well, our guest has joined, but we haven't added them into the thing yet, so we should do a quick introduction of who our guest is. And, well, we've brought on a special guest who is an expert in rugby league tipping, who really knows their shit in NRL. So should be a fun and interesting time to ask them about not just their tips, but how they go about it and how they think the world of rugby league is going to be different in these times. So I'll give Andrew 1 more minute to send his bets in. And we'll kick the other person. And Marcus's phone just went spinning then.
Yes, I know.
Just to add to the total degeneracy of this whole thing. We bring on an esteemed guest and then we have this insanity.
This should be normal. Oh, this is going to
not for guests who are like regular people. God.
All right, let's see. This is just
bets are still coming in. So again, we'll run through the format. We're going to do a little introduction, then we're going to get into the betting. Once we get in, before we get into the betting, we'll cover some rugby league news because we'll get our guests' opinions on it. Also, when we get to the rounds and the betting, it's important that none of us give out bets until the guest has, because we want the guest to be unswayed by us. The guest should be giving their own tips, and every week it'll be that way.
The guest is an expert, though, so I don't think they'd be swayed by our terrible tips, right?
Yeah, but that's this week. Again, this is our first guest. There are going to be many more guests. Some of them will have no idea what they're talking about, in which case, then we will do it differently.
So the plan is to bring people on the podcast who don't know what they're doing to gamble on.
Yeah, once we get to it. I mean, today's guest is different because they are actually an expert in the field. But again, we want their honest bets. Because again, you may even say something about your bets that may sway the guest. They may not have thought of or whatever.
What was the name of the Korean team you backed last week, Marcus?
Pohang Steelers.
Right, okay. So I got to bet against them.
And you're officially 1 minute late on your bets.
Well, I've given you all the other ones.
I don't care. Still 1 minute late.
I'm sorry. Very, very sorry.
We've still got our guest waiting, which just makes it even more fun. But, you know.
Alrighty.
While Marcus builds IKEA as well. You missed that, Andrew. So,
Oh yeah, James, Andrew, I'm building IKEA furniture.
It's good.
I'm building my boy's little bed.
All right.
well done.
Sad that I missed it.
Are you,
Oh,
so
it's
are
only
your
good- it's only-
bets in now, or are there more?
They should have arrived, yeah?
Yeah. So that's it.
75. What was my bankroll? I got $7.50 left.
You got $86.25. You came into the round with.
Okay, so I got $11.25 left.
Possibly, yeah. I don't know what. Wait, hang on. You got 20, so that's 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 75. Yeah, 11.25.
All right. Well, I'll leave 11.25 for next week. I'll be a little bit conservative.
Yeah. It's basically the same percentages as last week, actually. But anyway, without further ado, time to bring on the esteemed NRL expert. Marcus, can you actually look at the screen rather than be
I'm
off
on
the
the shot,
side
I'm
when
on
we
the
bring
shot.
our fucking guest
Good, hold
on?
So rude.
Yeah. Imagine you
It's like,
fucking
here's
join
the
this.
guest. Yeah, I'm
Someone begs you to come on their podcast, and then there's some dickhead not even looking at you. Could you at least look at the screen and pay attention
Yes.
for 5 minutes while we intro our guest?
Okay.
Be somewhat polite. Get nice and close, and then you can introduce that you're building the IKEA afterwards. You can ask them how they feel about it.
Okay.
So without further ado, I'm going to bring in our esteemed guest. Here we go. They're joining. They're joining still. Here we go. Hello. Their
Still
audio is connecting. Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi there. How are you?
Can you turn the TV off just because that's copyrighted stuff?
Turn it off.
If that's okay.
Come back to Philippines. I miss you so much.
Well, we can't at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, we can't travel at the moment. But yeah,
Can't
can
travel.
you turn it off just because the screen is copyrighted stuff, so we don't want to get Thanks for that. Well, yeah, so without further ado, we have our guest
Swimming
on.
to the Philippines, though, Marcus?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Have you considered swimming to the Philippines? You can still do that as far as I know.
You can't, it's social distance to swim, so
Yeah,
you're not going to run into people out there.
You're the only one in the ocean, probably. So
Yeah, that is a possibility.
How long do you
Alright.
reckon it would take to swim there?
I'm going to say about a year and a half.
a year and a half.
As if.
I
You're
don't
you're
care.
a fit, young, strong man. You could do it much quicker than that.
What are you doing?
Can we bet on it? How long it would take you to swim there?
And then you're like, do it. We'll see who's right.
Yeah, Andrew and I want to bet on it. So can you just do it for us?
All right, I back you in to get it done in less than a year and a half. Marcus.
All right.
I'll take the
So-
longer. I'll say it'll take long just for the sake of it.
So
You're
I've
Where
got,
are
pretty
you?
right.
Where
So I've
are
got
you
about-
right now?
We're all in Australia, in Melbourne, Australia.
Okay.
So we're all isolated in our own houses. So it's weird times. What's it like
Yeah.
over there at the moment?
What?
What's it like over there at the moment?
It's just like what's happening with you. Social distancing. We're on lockdown. No one's going out.
So just to clear for the audience that you're in Manila in the Philippines.
Yeah, I'm in Manila, Philippines.
And
This
sorry?
one to be hometown of Marcus.
Yeah, when he swims there, he's going to be stuck there. I think if he swam all the way there, he might get a bit tired.
I'm not gonna let him swim. Let's wait for the flight to be available.
I've got
Could
no
literally
choice,
be
but
longer than that if you wait for flights.
I think it's going to take longer than a year and a half to get flights back going at the moment. So
If
swing
there's
might be
wheelchairs
coming
It
up.
sounds like another bet to me. International
What?
flight in less than a year and a half. I'd take that.
To which destination? That's the question.
Well, you just said international flights
To
won't
Manila.
be ready within a year and a half. All right, to Manila.
Well,
Just do
they
that.
probably will be.
Oh, well, you just said they probably
Yeah,
won't.
you also have to take the explanation of whether you can technically fly there versus whether it is safe to fly there on a reasonable amount, etc. Because
You
right
can
now you
fly
can fly,
there,
but it would
safe.
cost you like 10 grand to buy a special ticket.
No,
What?
I
Because
don't
you
believe
get the whole plane by yourself.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd have to do like a chartered jet with other people.
Mm-hmm. I don't
you can
want
afford.
him to spend that much.
Sorry?
Because private jet. There you go, sorted.
Yeah, Marcus. Splash a little on a private jet.
Oh, you never know. It's possible. So.
We can use the winnings that we're going to make from this podcast.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
the podcast wins 10 grand, I think we have to put it towards Marcus private jetting to the Philippines.
How could this podcast win 10 grand?
Well, that's where
If you give us good enough tips, then
Yeah.
we absolutely will. So we're counting on
Definitely
you. So
possible.
What kind of
basically,
tips do you need? 'Cause
on
Well-
Rugby League.
well, I've been told you're an NRL expert by James. So if you're if you're able to give us good enough tips, we'll win 10 grand, and then Marcus can private jet over his way to Manila. There you go.
okay.
So
Let's-
basically, it's up to you. If you really want Marcus to come to the Philippines, you'll give us the best bets, and then we can make it happen.
I miss him so much. Of course, I
Well-
want him back here.
Well, there you go. You better make the right bet.
Yeah.
It's on you, Roy, to make it happen.
You're only
Uh-huh.
one multi-win away from Marcus getting there.
Okay. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but we will get the 10 grand.
No. What we're going to do is you're going to tell us what to bet on in Rugby League, which teams, and then we're going to place those bets. And then if it wins, we then win 10 grand, which then goes towards Marcus flying there.
Which team is playing right now?
Well, that's what we're going to get into. We're going to go through the games and we'll give you the
Okay.
options and you get to pick which ones you think are going to win.
Well, let's start, James.
Okay, let's start. So tomorrow night is the first game of Rugby League where they're coming back from the lockdown. So the first game is the Broncos versus the Eels. So who do you think is going to win in that, Roy?
Can I do a research first?
You got to pick it up here. You've already done the research. So
Okay,
an
what
expert.
team is it again?
you got the Brisbane Broncos versus the Parramatta Eels.
I think Broncos are good.
Broncos?
Yeah.
Are you confident on that one?
Yeah.
Very
Because-
confident.
From the name, they're really good.
Okay, everyone heard it. So all the people watching know to get on as well. Bet on the
They have-
Broncos.
If they win, I will go to Australia. I really want to go to Australia.
There we go. It's one game away from being able to come to Australia. So
Yeah,
we got the
make-
Broncos.
Make them win.
Yep. Okay, so for the parameters of this, you have $50 to bet on all the games, and there are 8 games to bet on.
Okay.
So you don't have to bet on every game, but you can use parts of your $50 on any of these games.
Mhm.
So how much of that would you bet on the Broncos?
50. The whole 50.
You're going to go the whole 50.
Do I have to divide it into 8 games?
Yeah, so you have to spread it across 8 games. If you
Okay.
absolutely think the Broncos are by far the best chance, then you can go to that. Or you could go 20 and then go some other $5 bets or some other $10 bets.
Do 5-5. 5-5 and then 10 to the last.
Okay, so $5 on the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You've
Then
talked it down from $45 there, James. It's going to cost us a bit of money.
yeah, well, if Broncos get up, then yeah, that was bad. If they
I mean, the
win,
experts just come in and said that 100% of the bankroll on the Broncos, and you just decided to overrule her, basically.
Well, that's what
Okay.
the fans will do. We're trying to, I don't know, keep
I
it
don't
going.
know. I thought I heard you say something like, "Let's not influence the experts' bets." And then
Well, you know, the
you're off
fans can, the
influencing them.
fans know out there to put all their money on it, and they can bet again on the next games. Whereas, because we're
Yeah.
pre-recording this, we can only bet so much in one go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then $5 it is.
All right.
5-5.
So do any of the other two of you have bets in this game?
No, I
I
don't.
do. I like the Broncos as well.
There we go.
So-
Great minds think alike.
Exactly. And you've just cost us a lot of money by talking it down here. But anyway, I want to
Bet
bet.
it more.
I want to bet a same game multi.
Okay.
So $20 on the same game multi, where we have the Broncos head to head into the Broncos 1-12 into the Broncos -1.5 at the line.
Okay.
So that's my bet on this game.
Yep. I have only bet on the under the total score of I think it's 38.5. On
Alright.
yeah, the unders. All right, so we've gone through that first game. Sorry, it's under 40.5. The next game we have is the Cowboys versus the Titans. So who do you think's going to win, Roy, out of the Cowboys and the Titans?
I believe the Titans will win.
The Titans.
Yeah.
Now, okay, that bet's locked in. So I'm going to then ask, the Titans are heavily expected to lose. So what makes you think the Titans will win?
Because they're expected to lose, so they will work hard on it.
That's a good strategy. Can't argue
I
with
like
that.
the confidence.
Yeah.
Give them a
I like the
chance.
confidence.
Every game is a chance to win. Only one win and one lose, and then you will move on.
This is true.
Yep. Can't argue with that. Have either of you guys got bets in this game?
I've got a bet in this game as part of a multi.
And you've taken the Titans?
I have taken the Cowboys 1-12.
Ooh, controversy.
A little bit of controversy.
Marcus disagrees with you.
Oh, it's okay. We can agree to his decision. Of course, I believe in him. He knows the players and he knows the game, and he's handsome. So let's agree.
There you go,
Thank
Marcus.
you.
I think he knows less about it than you, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably about the same.
Yeah, probably about the
Yeah.
same.
Maybe. Okay. Let him decide for this game. This
No. You already given your bets, so we're not telling you what Marcus has picked until afterwards. So his bets
Okay.
don't influence yours.
Okay. Titans.
Yeah. So you're on the Titans.
Yep.
I have instead gone for the Cowboys with the line of -8 because I'm so confident that they're going to win.
You think they're going to win by plenty, do you?
Basically, yes.
Well, that's good.
All right. Well, then we'll move on to the next game. We have the Roosters versus the Rabbitohs. So who do you think is going to win out of the Roosters and Rabbitohs?
Roosters.
The Roosters? What makes you think that?
I just believe that they can win this game.
Well, most of Australia agrees with you as they are the heavy favorites, having won the whole competition last year. So most people just expect them to win very easily.
reasoning is pretty equivalent to
Huh?
the reasoning. I feel like Marcus's reasoning for placing his bets is pretty equivalent to the advice we're hearing from the expert here. Because I think they're going to win. That's why they're going to win.
Yeah, that's true.
That's generally kind of the advice that I go by, generally, and it usually works more often than not. So
There's two great minds there think alike. So there you go.
Yeah.
And also, the Rabbitohs have a lot of controversy with people getting arrested for getting in fights and all kinds of stuff. So another reason to bet against them.
Well, this is the reason I wanted to bet the Rabbitohs.
Mhm.
because the players got into fights and got
Yeah,
suspended.
they've got the fight. They've got the fight in them. You need the fight in them for rugby league.
The guy literally kicked a random person on the street and then was blackmailed over the footage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to be aggressive. It's rugby. Absolutely. You can't have these little pussy roosters players.
So you've taken the Rabbitohs.
Taking the Rabbitohs, absolutely.
Well, more controversy because I have myself taken the Roosters again with the line of -8.
I've stayed out of this one. Too much. I don't think there's anything good in this one, to be honest. I've got a few more down the track that I think will be very, very good.
Well, that's a bit weak.
Yeah, well,
How are you going to win the 10 grand to fly to Manila to see Roy if you don't even bet?
You wait and see what I come up with this week, further down in the podcast, that will not only get me flying, spending the 10 grand to go to Manila, I will be flying first class with a butler if these bets get up this week.
You know that actually most airlines don't fly first class from Australia to the Philippines.
I said I'd be flying
I don't
private.
even think you can.
I'd be flying private with a butler in the plane. I won't need to worry. I'll be hiring a private plane at $5,000 an hour if I win this week.
$5,000 an hour.
Everyone heard that. He's not going to win enough to cover it, so...
Yes, I will. Don't you worry.
Actually, you haven't bet wild enough to even cover it.
But you haven't seen some of the odds of some of the things I'm going to be getting on this
week. You understand math. 5,000 per hour to get to the Philippines.
How long would it take you to go here? How long? How many hours?
It's at least hours. The other thing of... Hang on.
Half an hour to get there or something.
It's like 8 hours of flight, but the problem is if you rent a private jet, you got to usually pay for the return. So you're looking at 16 hours of private jet hire plus the staff, the fuel, etc. It's probably pretty pricey. We're talking like 100 grand.
It's gonna be very expensive.
That's okay. I'll be getting more than that if I get up this week enough.
Well, maybe you take the boat.
Or swim.
Can you just rent a yacht?
Rent a yacht.
I could rent.
Yeah,
I could rent a yacht.
Yacht's probably cheaper.
Problem solving.
That's true.
You can take Andrew and James.
Yeah.
There you
pay
go.
for this the whole way.
Do you reckon we'd actually get there on a yacht?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
How long do you reckon it's going to take us?
We've got the time. Couple days, maybe.
There's not a lot else going on in the world right now. I'm up for it.
Yeah, that is.
The only thing is we'd have to isolate from each other and keep distance on the yacht. So we'd have to remain 2 meters apart on the yacht, which means we need a pretty big yacht.
All right, just get a big yacht. Easy.
Yeah, Marcus.
Oh, I'm sure we can find one with what we're going to win this week.
We win enough. We're yachting to the Philippines next week.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
So next week's podcast will be live from the Philippines, all 4 of us.
Or could be live on
a
boat.
It'll be live from the middle of the ocean, won't it?
Yeah, it'll be live from the middle of the ocean.
Wherever.
If we win enough.
Alrighty.
When we win enough money, have some confidence. Yeah,
well,
not if.
So I don't have the confidence.
You got to have the confidence.
Negative 100% POT last week. I don't have the confidence.
You got to have the confidence.
Yeah.
What gives you the confidence when everything's lost the match?
I am very confident this week. I just have that confidence in me that it will win.
You've just got the feeling. All right, cool.
Yes, I do.
I like how Roy has the fan going. It looks like you're doing a modeling shoot with your hair coming out.
Tell everyone, do we have Filipino community in Australia?
Yeah, of course.
Hi, kamusta mga kababayan? Mabuhay.
Can you say bet on NRL in Filipino?
Kumusta kayo sa amin at kami mananalo upang kami muli magkita-kita? I told them that they have to bet on us so that we can meet again.
I'm
person.
sold.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Well, the next game we have is the Warriors versus the Dragons. So who do you think is going to win out of that? Now, I will say the Warriors are in New Zealand. So that's the only international team in the Rugby League.
I believe that the Warriors will win
Is there any reason for that?
because I heard that they're trained so much for this fight.
But the other team is trained as well.
However, they're from another place, so
All right. I'm
they
sold.
You heard it first.
Everyone out there, back the Warriors.
I'm backing the Warriors as well on this one.
I want to back the
You
Dragons.
Marcus is backing the Warriors.
I'm going Warriors 1-12 on this one as part of my multi.
Ooh, Roy and Marcus agree on this.
Well, see, I want to back the Dragons.
why?
And so do I. I've taken the Dragons with the line.
Why I want to take the Dragons? Because the Warriors are from New Zealand, and it's no good.
Well,
Gotta
there's
back-
also the fact that they have a whole bunch of injuries and they've had to
Have a bit of-
isolate from different
have a bit
countries,
of,
all that kind of stuff.
Pride in your country.
Who has injuries?
Warriors.
Oh,
The Dragons aren't that great either.
Make you stronger.
Sorry?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
There we go.
Roy does have a point.
So bet on teams that are injured because they aren't dead. They're just injured.
Exactly.
They will win.
They will win.
I believe they will win. They can. They can make it. They can do it. It's a sports game. Someone wins, someone lose. But let's just bet with whoever is having injuries. The sympathy is with them.
I feel like that should be the motto of the podcast. It's a sports game. So whoever has injuries, just bet with them. All right.
Sounds
That's
good.
it. Anyway, let's move on. Next game.
Next game, we have the Sharks and the Tigers. West Tigers.
Where are the Sharks from?
Cronulla.
I'll bet on the Tigers.
You bet on the Tigers?
Yeah.
You don't like Cronulla?
No. Just
What do you have
Tigers.
against Cronulla?
I don't know. Katy Perry made me believe in tigers.
Okay.
I've got the eye of the tiger, fighter.
Good logic. Now, what would you say to our Prime Minister who supports the Sharks?
Mr. Prime Minister, I believe that you must change your decision. And peace and love. That's all we need, peace and love.
Solid logic.
Sorry, there's not a lot of peace and love in Cronulla. Very good point.
Cronulla is also famous for having a race riot. So
Sorry, I don't know this team. However, I'm just choosing from their names and even
no,
though
it's okay. You're allowed to say that you hate Cronulla and Cronulla is a
I don't
terrible
hate.
area.
No, okay. I don't hate anyone. We don't need to hate someone. We just have to accept that they're existing, even though we don't like them, but they're there, so we don't hate. And I don't hate. Let's not think of negativity.
We just think
I
of
agree with you on that,
positivity
Roy.
for the
I
Tigers.
agree with you on that. We don't
Yeah,
hate.
you just have to be positive in everything. If there's something ugly, there's something good with it, in a way or another.
That's what I tell myself when I look in the mirror, but it doesn't change anything.
And I believe that James is engaged with a Filipina, right?
Technically, no.
Oh.
Technically, not anymore. No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, we got married. So.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm not updated. I'm very sorry.
That's okay. It's hard to keep up to date in these times with the lockdown and everything.
But if you really love someone, you have to set him free. If he comes back, he's yours.
Solid advice, Marcus.
Okay.
Solid advice.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah,
There you
That's
go.
why I
that's
said
advice
he's
on the
free.
podcast.
He's free to do anything.
Sorry?
If he comes back to Philippines, and this is it.
Yeah. If someone would just pay for their 10K flight, then it would all be fine. But Marcus has to be a cheapskate.
He's been to Manila how many times? 3?
7?
7? 7. I only met him twice.
3.
What was the 4 times you've been to Manila? Who's with you?
I've only been to Manila 3 times.
Okay.
He's lying.
Let him lie.
Tell the truth, Marcus. Come on. What about the other 4 times?
3 times.
Do you have a girlfriend here other than
7? He has 7. He's also got 7. That's why he's been there 7 times. One
tell
time
me.
for each one.
Oh my god. You have 7 girlfriends. No, I met him 3 times already, so
Yeah, he went 4 more times.
okay. If that makes him proud of himself and if that makes him feel comfortable and confident and handsome, let him enjoy life.
Yeah. Enjoy life, Marcus.
Yeah.
I will. Thank you for that advice,
Yeah.
Rod.
Mm-hmm. Let him enjoy
Let's move
life.
on to the next game,
When
James.
he's ready, he's gonna put a ring on it.
Yeah, when he's ready. When he's ready to finish building an IKEA, an IKEA thing.
What's an IKEA thing? Are
You don't know what IKEA is?
IKEA is a store from the US, I believe.
Yeah, no, from Sweden.
Oh, okay.
And that's what he's doing right now. Is he's building something with IKEA from IKEA. Instead of paying someone to do it, this cheapskate who won't pay to fly to Manila, instead of paying someone to even build he's building it himself. So
okay, when he gets back to Manila, I hope James and Andrew can be here too. Is
Maybe.
Andrew married already?
Twice, but he's divorced now.
What?
He's been married twice.
Oh, okay.
It's not true.
And
Look, he's
how
blushing.
about Marcus?
Look, Andrew's blushing. He's You are. Don't lie.
Oh my God, you have blue eyes?
Yeah, show him your eye. Show her your eyes.
Oh, your eyes make the stars look like they're not shining.
You know, the last time we went to the Philippines, someone on the plane who may or may not have been intoxicated did point out his eyes.
Who was that?
Remember that drunk woman?
So is
Remember,
Andrew
and the plane was taking off, and she's like, "Buckle up, everyone."
No, don't remember.
How do you not remember these things?
Have I met Andrew personally or not yet?
Yes.
Oh, you have.
How do you not remember?
I'm so sorry. You know, you look like Jimmy.
Oh.
Who?
Mr. Beast. Jimmy.
Mr.
Beast.
Jimmy the Beast.
No, Jimmy, Mr. Beast from YouTube.
I don't know who that is.
It's a famous YouTuber.
What's her name? Jimmy.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
It's a famous YouTuber.
I'm looking it up. I would say.
Yeah,
Marcus looks like a 5-year-old baby with his hair.
Who does? Marcus.
Marcus
I would have
looks
said
like
more 4. 5's a bit old.
Okay. And James looks like 3.
3?
Yeah. With your chubby cheeks and curly hair.
I have the beard of a 3-year-old.
I don't think that looks like this guy.
Look exactly like him, Mr. Beast. Absolutely like him.
What's the next game, James?
The next game we're betting on. Okay, we have the Storm versus the Raiders.
Did we say that I wanted to bet on the West Tigers as well there?
No, we haven't. You do?
We need to cover that. Yeah, I want $10 on the Tigers.
All right.
All right, that's covered.
Option is Storm and then what?
The Raiders.
Can I ask Marcus?
No, that's cheating. You have to decide yourself.
I believe the Raiders will win.
How dare you? That there is a Storm jersey.
Controversial because I'm
Yeah.
taking the Melbourne Storm 1-12 in
Yeah,
my multi.
the Storm are from Melbourne.
They
You're
changed my
betting
decision.
against Melbourne. What do you have against Melbourne? We're all from Melbourne. Is Melbourne not good
Okay.
enough for you?
I would like to change my
No,
decision.
you can't change your bet. It's too late now. You've already
Okay.
broken our hearts.
I don't want to
Stop
break your
doing
heart.
It's too late. Now if
Oh,
the
now I
Raiders win,
remember
we'll be
Andrew.
sitting there
Andrew's the-
crying watching it.
Andrew is the tall guy at the back from the last
What?
time I met Marcus.
What's that?
Andrew, he's standing at the back when Marcus is talking. The last time.
I was standing at the back when Marcus was talking.
Nah, that's Dave.
Okay.
That was it.
I'm sorry. I forgot about you, Andrew. I'm really, really sorry.
You don't
Well, I'm
count,
really,
Andrew.
really upset. So.
You're not good enough, Andrew.
He's
Well,
very handsome.
there you go. But you forgot.
Handsome but forgettable.
Handsome and forgettable.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. I'm focused with Marcus.
You can't be that handsome if you're that easily to forget.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's move on.
She
we've
bets
covered the
against
Melbourne.
Melbourne and then she says she can't remember Andrew. It's heartbreaking.
I'm sorry.
I'll
Right,
let
so
you
we
and Marcus take it forward. It's okay.
But you
Okay.
have beautiful eyes.
I do
we've
have-
got. So
Your
I've taken
eyes,
Melbourne
your
1-12.
I'm taking under 38.5 points.
Roy's taken the Raiders. And Andrew, what are you taking?
I'm not betting this match.
You're
Ooh.
not betting? Okay. All right, let's move on. Next match, James.
Next match, we have the Panthers and the Knights. Who do you think's-
Panthers?
Wait, Marcus, wait. Your turn.
I've left this game alone.
Well, again, you're not meant to say anything. This could be your biggest game.
Well, you never know. I might just change my mind.
Ooh, there you go, Roy. You have the opportunity to influence his bets.
Answer.
No. Andrew and I give our bets afterwards. You get to give your bets first. Panthers or the Knights?
What is Marcus' option?
Marcus isn't betting. So it's all up to you.
You got to save
Let's
us.
do the Knights.
Knights.
Nice. Good call. I agree.
What is it about the Knights? You don't like
Everything
Panthers?
happens during the night.
Can't disagree with that.
I don't know what to say. They sound strong. They sound brave.
But Panthers are weak?
Absolutely.
I don't want to say that they're weak, but I don't know them. Since I don't know them, I just choose something.
Well, their best player had 5 random girls around to his house during isolation to film TikTok videos, then lied about it when someone released a photo, and then the full videos got released,
Okay.
showing that he clearly was partying with them.
He got suspended too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thought I heard that. Yeah.
Marcus is having a very hard time trying to fix whatever that is.
Oh, Marcus is having a hard time, all right.
Yeah,
What is that? Is that a Lego?
pretty much, yes.
Okay. Just smile. Your smile makes me feel complete.
There you go, Marcus.
But
There
not
you go.
Andrew. He's just forgettable.
Not mine.
Forget it.
Smile's just whatever.
Andrew, your
yeah.
smile is forgettable. It's average.
But your
Right,
beautiful
next
eyes,
game.
I will
Oh,
never
you're
forget.
so mean to me.
Have you checked Mr. Beast from YouTube?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
looks
was
nothing like him.
Yeah.
Right. What's the next game, James?
No, Andrew, what's your bet in this game?
Oh, yeah. I have $10 on the Knights as well.
Ooh, you're agreeing.
Absolutely.
There's a lack of controversy there. All right.
Okay. Let's move on.
No, she makes some smart bets and some terrible bets, but it's okay.
She has a terrible taste in men for forgetting them.
Yeah,
Well.
that's true. That's true.
Then we have the next game is the Sea Eagles versus the Bulldogs. So Sea Eagles or Bulldogs?
Sea Eagles.
Sea Eagles, smart choice.
Oh,
What about the Sea
smart
Eagles makes
choice.
you choose the Sea Eagles?
They sound so strong, and I believe they play well too.
Okay, makes sense.
I agree. I'm taking the Manly Sea Eagles 1-12 as part of my multi on this one.
Okay.
Ooh, love is in the air. There's a lot of agreement here. I've also taken the Sea Eagles at -8 for $10 with the line there. Andrew?
No bet on this one for me.
All right, moving on.
All right, well, that's all the NRL. So, what do you guys want to go? So we'll go the Pohang Steelers. So Andrew has bet in Korean soccer. What is it? Pohang.
South Korean K-League Classic. It's the last game that comes up.
Yep.
Incheon United to beat the Pohang Steelers.
Yep.
You want $10 on that.
Now, Roy, who do you think is going to win in South Korean soccer of Incheon United versus Pohang Steelers?
I don't watch soccer, but I believe the Incheon, what's that?
Incheon?
Yeah, I believe they play well.
Okay.
She's agreeing with me.
Even though they're the heavy underdogs.
Yeah, I believe so.
What about Incheon do you think makes them better than Pohang Steelers?
I don't know. I just have this feeling.
That's a good reasoning.
I agree.
And Andrew, your reasoning?
Pohang Steelers are fucking shit.
And the reason we know that is because Marcus decided to bet on them last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he win?
No.
No.
They lost to a team that the week before decided it would be a good idea to put sex dolls in their stadium to replace the audience.
Sex dolls.
Yeah. So
Why?
they got fined a whole bunch of money for doing that.
At least they can afford to buy sex dolls.
Well, that's a good point. Possibly not anymore after their massive fine.
Yeah. Let them spend. They have a lot of money.
Yeah. Now, Marcus, you have some horse racing bets?
I have a whole stack of bets to go.
Yes.
Let me just bring them. You've got them there in front of you.
Now, I think
So
the best one you have is Shazade. Is that the one?
All right, let me get to what I'm going to do. So there's a horse called Felicia, one called Tagasan, one called Alfaris, which I'm taking all of. So I'm going to multi those three together, and a horse called Shazade.
Mm-hmm.
So the horse called Shazade doesn't even have a race that it's going to race in on the weekend, but it's going to race in something I don't know what. So I'm going to take all of those horses in a multi together to win.
And that's what's going to buy you the plane ticket to go see Roy.
Exactly. And I'm also going to multi all of them together to run a place.
James, you have to ask him, is this really Roy that he wants to meet? Maybe there's 7 dwarfs there.
Well, maybe you have 7 dwarfs. Maybe this is a new fairy tale of Roy and the 7 dwarfs.
And I'm the wicked stepmother?
No, but you're the one with the thing. Well, unless you've adopted a that would mean that you're now married to a guy who has a kid from before dating you, who Marcus is going to marry. So has that happened?
What do you mean again? Can you repeat?
If you're the wicked stepmother, then for that to work, then therefore you have to be married to a guy who has a kid before dating you, who
before getting married to Marcus.
Yeah. So has that happened?
No, I'm
Oh.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
single, certified virgin.
Wow. That's unique in these days.
Yeah, Filipinos have this Filipino trait.
Which is... Oh, so that is the... Do you think that
Marcus is-
makes you a better sports gambler?
What?
Do you think being a virgin makes you a better sports gambler?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because you're curious about things and you want to try everything. You bet on who's hot and who's not.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
I think that's a strategy that everyone out there needs to learn, is that you bet on who's hot and who's not.
That's why I bet on Marcus.
Solid strategy.
And you forget Andrew.
You forget me. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
It's too late.
All right, Andrew. All right, James, what are we going next with? Has Andrew got any more bets?
No,
Who's
no,
going?
this is
I
your
can't
bets.
find the duck racing.
Okay.
I don't think you can bet on it on the thing.
I would
The other
like
thing
to
I
visit
got
Australia next week.
Huh?
I would
Right?
like to visit Australia next week.
Well, fly over.
No.
I do have. Sorry, there is another NRL bet that I'm going to have on. I'm going to take every single NRL game this week, the
Mhm.
total points line to be under on every single game.
Yeah, now that is a very interesting
I'm taking under on every single game.
yeah. So that'll ease us into something else that I want to ask. So Roy, in NRL, they've brought in a new rule where they have 6 again instead of giving a penalty. What are your thoughts on that?
What's that again? I'm sorry.
So they have a new what's called 6 again law. What do you think of that?
What is 6 again?
So instead of giving a penalty, they get to keep playing.
Mm. And then do they just add the penalties?
No.
That's crazy. Who will be eliminated if there's no penalty?
There's no eliminating. So instead of before, when there was a penalty, they would have to kick it out of play and then restart. Now, instead of having to restart, they keep playing and start their tackle count again.
That's much better. So if you start again, it's gonna take so much time.
Yeah. So basically, everyone with any type of brain would think that therefore teams are going to be scoring more, and therefore there's going to be more scoring in these games. And yet, for some reason, Marcus has taken the most degenerate bet you could possibly even think of that makes zero sense, that every game is going to be under.
Maybe he thinks the Lions will have over-adjusted because of this, and therefore they'll be way over, and therefore the unders will all get up.
Which they
think
haven't.
about that. So, well, maybe he thinks he has, and maybe he's right, and maybe that's going to win us all the money.
Well, Roy, what do you think?
And then we can all yacht to the Philippines.
Roy, your thoughts?
You know, when you're lucky, you're lucky. So you just have to think positive. You know, the law of attraction needs to be. We have to follow it. You need to be positive to attract positivity. When you think you will win, you will win. But if you think of negative things, it will make you feel sad, depressed, and whatsoever.
Is that why Marcus lost every bet last week? Because he wasn't thinking positively?
I don't know, but maybe he lost his luck last week, but now he's lucky again. Because
so what advice would you give Marcus to improve his bets this week?
Just want him to stop betting.
Stop betting. Because he's so bad at it.
This is an intervention podcast.
Yeah, Marcus, what we didn't tell you is this was a planned intervention.
Yeah.
Your family and friends are concerned about you, and you need to stop.
But if he's very happy with what he's doing and he's not doing anything else, then let him enjoy.
But what if he keeps losing?
He's coming back to Manila, so that he's not gonna be able to bet again.
If he keeps losing, he won't be able to come back, though.
Yeah.
What?
If he keeps losing, he won't be able to come back. He won't have enough money.
We should ask him to stop betting so you can save money so you can go back here.
There we go. All right. So next week, Marcus won't be joining us on the podcast.
Yeah. Goodbye to Marcus.
No, let him enjoy life.
Yeah, but he can't enjoy life if he keeps losing. So he has the problem where he has to bet to enjoy life, but he loses. So therefore, how is he supposed to enjoy life?
He will enjoy life with me.
But if the bets keep losing,
we will stop him from betting. We will ask him to stop.
he's already had that happen to him before. It really didn't work.
I will ask him, what will make you stop betting?
Marcus,
probably nothing, to be honest.
Yeah. But you have to think about their future.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. I enjoy now.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about this.
I believe you're enjoying because I can see your perfect smile. However,
you can't see his smile at all.
Yeah,
Too
I can't
dark.
see his smile. It's too dark.
Look at his hand movements right now. It looks like now he stops.
I'm playing with a screwdriver.
Well, that's a nice
small.
euphemism there. You know, there are other things you can attach to drills.
Yes, I do know that. Yes.
You can order it from IKEA. They have that.
Yeah.
Do you use that?
Do you want to tell her why you were late to the previous two podcasts, Marcus?
No, I can't remember. I
was just about to send you a message saying we should ask about that.
Can you tell me, hey James, can you tell me, is Marcus still single?
Well, Marcus, again, why were you late for the last two podcasts?
Sorry?
I think that's a more
I actually don't remember.
You do remember. So
no, I
perhaps say
don't.
it.
I don't remember.
Andrew.
I was gonna move on to the last of my multis. And then we can talk about that.
I think it's more important that we find out why you were late to the last two podcasts. Then we move on to the next multi.
I genuinely don't know.
You do know. That's why you're embarrassed when we mentioned it.
I can't remember.
Was he with another girl?
May have
Not
been.
in that way. Let's just put it that way.
He's flirting with another girl?
No, not flirting.
Maybe.
Let's say not flirting.
Anyway, can we move on? I've got to get this multi on. I've got to get this multi on.
Roi, what are you drinking? You seem to have, before it looked like you were showing it off. What was it?
No. I'm just peeling the label.
What is it?
It's collagen by Shiseido.
What is that?
This makes me feel pretty. This keeps me pretty and young.
I guess if Andrew used that, you would remember him.
Yeah, that's true.
How young are you, James?
Yes.
21.
So close.
How young are you?
No, guess again.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, and how about you, Andrew?
How old am I?
Guess.
27.
27. So you think I look older than James?
7 years older than me, yeah.
That's 6.
He's actually 8 years older than me, so I'm a bit offended. But
26?
I'm 26.
Nah, 27 is the real guess, so we'll just keep it at that.
Marcus is putting up a new bed. Maybe he broke his bed from dating again.
It's not from dating per se. The actions don't require dating. It's
Now we understand. He broke my heart.
Well, I guess if you're not into a man who likes to be pegged, then yeah, he would.
Okay.
Right, let's get to the last of my multis.
What?
His last bet.
I've got one more bet. So I'm taking James's favourite team, Schalke. I'm
To
taking
win by 4.
Mainz and Hoffenheim, a draw in the German Bundesliga. I'm taking Leverkusen to win in the draw no bet against Freiburg. I think Wolfsburg will beat Frankfurt, and I think Hertha Berlin will win again against Augsburg. So that's my other multi.
It's actually the German soccer reminds me of a couple of weeks ago when we asked Marcus to name German politicians. Roy, you were involved in politics. How many German politicians could you name?
No one, none.
None.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
In the history of the world.
Is Hitler German?
There you go.
There
Actually,
you go.
technically, you could probably say no because he was Austrian, but he was a German politician.
Okay.
Marcus could not name him.
Yes, I did.
It took a long time for you to be able to name,
I still did it though. Anyway.
only because we mentioned it.
Yes, that's true.
I only know Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, Marcus didn't even know that.
Maybe he's busy with something else when that was mentioned in the class.
Yeah. He was getting pegged in the back of the class.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Trying
possibly.
to get something from someone or whatever.
Yeah, to get pegged.
Trying to get a pegging, yeah. Maybe was getting a pegging.
All right. Have we got any other bets going for this week?
Trying to change the topic.
Yeah, so I have 2 multi-bets. I have Cowboys, Roosters, Dragons, Sea Eagles for $10, and then I have Cowboys, Roosters, Dragons, Sea Eagles, Storm for $10.
Well,
Cowboys.
so I wanted a multi as well of the Rabbitohs, the Dragons, the Tigers, and the Knights. But we have so many conflicting bets now. I don't know what we're actually going to do.
On the multis,
Well,
we just go for it.
Multis,
Because it's
just
so
go for
wild
it.
anyway. It's, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but like some of the singles are conflicting as well.
Who cares? We'll figure that out later.
All right.
So
Now,
what's your bet, Drew?
Andrew, what was your bet again? She asked.
What was my bet? Multi-bet on the Rabbitohs, the Dragons, the Tigers, and the Knights.
Okay.
What do you think of that bet, Roy?
I think you will win.
You think I will win? Well, you
Yeah.
had 2 bets against 2 of those teams, so you seem a little bit flippant on your NRL advice.
That's what.
What?
Oh,
Marcus just left.
Marcus just left.
That's how
He's got
offended he
that.
is with the bet.
Seriously? What the hell?
That is so Marcus.
I can't believe he actually left.
maybe he's coming back.
Possibly. Now, we should also tell you that like the last 2 times we've done this, Marcus has had to leave because he needs to bet so badly that he actually had to leave. Like he couldn't even wait to finish
Bet with who?
on a website.
What website?
Well, yeah, in Australia, it's legal to bet online. So there are plenty of websites
Okay.
that you can bet on sports.
Do you win with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not last week.
Not yeah. Not all the
Marcus
time.
lost every single one of his bets last week.
Well,
How
you
much
nearly
did-
went broke, so I don't know that you could be talking about it.
My POT was better than Marcus's, okay?
Oh, well, you lost more still.
I lost more because I was willing to gamble more,
Mhm.
only for that reason.
Why do you have to gamble?
Because it makes for an entertaining podcast. It's not a very exciting podcast if there's no bets.
For a sports betting podcast, if there were no betting, it would
Oh,
actually
bets
be.
are vital, yeah.
Yeah.
So how many people are watching us right now?
We're not doing a live, so
Okay.
long story short, we're having internet problems that need to be fixed before we can start doing this live. But in the coming weeks, we'll be going live.
Okay. I love Andrew's eyes.
Do you? You didn't love him last time I saw you.
Not very memorable, though.
I was focused with Marcus. He's wearing all gold.
I'm a bit offended. What about my eyes? My eyes aren't good enough.
Your
You're
eyes
engaged with the
fucking
Philippines.
I'm too young for my eyes. These 20-year-old eyes are not good enough to remember.
You know, you're engaged, so I don't want to mess with her.
I'm not engaged.
He's married.
You're married to her?
James is married.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not engaged.
So why don't you, does she stay there with you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about Andrew? How's your second marriage?
How's my second marriage?
He's divorced twice, I said already.
Second marriage.
It's dead.
So you're single again. How's that very easy in Australia?
What's that? I was never married.
Okay.
I was joking. He's never been married.
Mhm.
It wasn't true.
Okay. So do you have a girlfriend?
I don't know.
Why? Marcus has
Right.
lots of girls.
What's that? Marcus has lots of girls. Well, I guess because I'm going out with Marcus and people are like keeping their eyes on him, like you.
Yeah, and they don't
And so I'm
notice
just
his
sort of left by
eyes.
myself. I guess that's the reason.
And he's very forgettable, so
Yeah.
He
And,
might meet a
you're
girl
always on
and
the
then,
girl as
like-
well. I guess that's the reason.
he might meet a girl multiple times, and then like she's like, I don't remember ever seeing you before.
I'm sorry. Oh, what happened?
He was a
Okay.
bit offended.
I'm sorry.
He had to hide his eyes from you. It's getting too much.
I just had to go off camera to cry for a second. It's okay. I'm back now.
You had to dampen those eyes.
It's like, oh, your eyes make the stars
wait,
look like they're not shining.
Yeah, karaoke on the pod.
Yeah. When I see your face.
I won't remember you.
There's not
Because you're
a
forgettable just the way you are.
Oh, dear.
because you're amazing. I'm sorry. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's a bit crazy.
He is crazy. That is true. He
He's the
just
kind of
left the podcast. He doesn't
he's the
even
kind
say
of
goodbye.
person,
He just-
yeah,
he
who
just
would
leaves.
just abandon a podcast two recordings in a row.
He hasn't tried to get back on.
No,
He's
no,
just left.
he just left.
What the hell?
I hope his bets lose because of this.
Maybe someone came.
Oh, he came.
Oh, dear. Maybe someone did come.
What gets you busy? What do you do, guys? You, James, what do you do there?
Me, we gamble on sports. That's what we do all the time.
Every day?
Yeah.
There's not a lot else going on in the world right now. So spending the days doing the form. It's the
Yep,
thing
we
to
do a
do.
lot of form. Watch every game, study
Can't even
the.
bet duck racing though.
So do you have in stocks in the stock market?
No, we gamble on sports.
I do, but not that exciting.
Yeah. But so gambling on sports is kind of like a more faster version of stock market investing. Depending on
Yeah.
how you do it.
Version of losing.
Well, Marcus is the only one who loses, though, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, Marcus is on the podcast because he is wild and stupid and bets on things that are ridiculous.
But the
But
point of the podcast is to be wild, stupid, and ridiculous. Otherwise, it's boring. So
yeah, but we kind of act as some level of a counterweight of. Anyway,
How wild can you be?
how wild can we be? I
well, we
don't-
want to bet on duck racing, but
Yeah. The Australian Duck
unfortunately,
League.
can't.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, would you agree if there was a duck race, right? So they put a whole bunch of rubber ducks into the middle of the ocean, and it's which one
Not the
It's
ocean,
just-
a river.
a river, and it's which one gets further the fastest. don't you think there would be weight to number 88? Because number 88, that's the most surface area of the duck that's going to be carved out to get the number. Therefore, it's lighter. Therefore, it moves quicker. Therefore, number 88 should win.
Plus 8 is luck in Chinese. So 2 8s. Technically, if you buy a house, it is more expensive if it's number 8.
It's an edge. It's about 88.
Okay.
Now, if you were going to bet on our Prime Minister's tie at his next press conference, what color would you pick?
Let me check, okay. What's the name of your Prime Minister?
Scott Morrison. Or ScoMo, as he's affectionately known in Australia.
I'm sorry, Scott?
You drink Scott Morrison or ScoMo. SCOMO. So after today, you can tell your friends you learn about ScoMo.
Yeah, Scott Morrison, the Prime Minister.
ScoMo.
Oh. He's a little old.
It's a little old?
Whew, he won't be happy with that. He's a fan of the show, so he's not going to be happy when he hears that.
But he's very handsome. I love his smile.
He's married, though, so you better not hit on a married man.
I don't hit on a married guy.
Wouldn't do that.
Oh, so, blue looks good in him. The blue necktie.
So you think blue would be what he's going to wear on Friday in his press conference?
Maybe. If he's wearing blue, I will be very happy.
You'll be very happy. So you'll be very happy because you bet on it?
Yeah, I will try to invite him to visit Philippines. If he's going to be wearing blue, I'll do my best to be with you.
All right, everyone.
I think next week we should personally invite Scotty to travel to the Philippines.
Yeah.
Just bring him onto the pod and personally invite him to the Philippines to see Roy.
Yeah, so...
Does the Prime Minister do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had him on yet, but
he's a big fan.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
That's gonna be once of a lifetime experience for me to be having a podcast with.
The only thing is you cannot talk about his tie because that would be insider trading and would be illegal. So you can't talk about certain bets with him.
Like we could send him a message and just ask him what tie he's wearing. Like that's it's illegal, so we wouldn't do that.
I bet he's gonna be wearing blue tie on his.
On Friday's press conference. So everyone, the blue tie is paying $2.75. So the final $5 we're getting on the blue tie there.
But what do you think? He always wear blue ties. If it's not sky blue, light blue.
Yeah, it suits him.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice. I like it. I reckon there's every chance you're right.
All right. Well, what about we get on some wild bets? The Voice Australia. Who do you think is going to win The Voice Australia?
Wait, I will check on it.
Okay. The Voice Australia.
What's that under, Jen?
Novelty bets.
Well, we just need the update.
So the favorite is Timothy James Bowen. Then we got Stella Perry. We got Despina Sava. Jesse Tinaki.
Wait, I'm sorry.
The Voice Australia 2020.
Okay.
So this finishes even later than the hot dog eating, though.
Yeah.
It's not until August.
That doesn't make it not interesting.
Megan is so good.
Megan? I don't even see Megan on the list.
Oh, okay.
There is no Megan.
Okay. Maybe this is...
The Voice Australia 2020.
Yeah, this is just yesterday.
Yesterday?
Anyway, let me check on it.
According to this, there's no one...
Sebastian Cole. Is this the updated?
Sebastian Cole?
Cole, C-O-E.
Oh, yeah. You reckon Sebastian Coe is going to win?
Yeah.
He's paying $21.
So he needs to eat protein.
He needs to eat protein, but you think he's going to win?
Yeah.
Why does he need to eat protein?
He's so thin.
I don't care if it's going to take longer to eventuate. We're putting $5 on Sebastian Coe to win the voice at $21. All right. Who do you think is going to be the
What is-
next James Bond?
James Bond, next James Bond.
Yeah.
The guy in what do you call this? Lucifer. He looks good to be the next James Bond.
That's Idris Elba.
He looks good.
So Idris Elba.
Yeah. Is that the guy from Lucifer?
I'm pretty sure.
He's hot and sexy. If I can bet on Andrew to be the next James Bond, then why not?
Bet on me.
Yeah.
Now she believes in you after forgetting about you.
I feel like James Bond wouldn't be forgettable though. So interesting.
Yeah. Most people don't forget.
I will never ever forget you again.
I don't know if I can believe that, to be honest, right?
I can prove myself.
Okay, Tom Ellis is the guy who is in Lucifer. He is.
Do you think he's good to be the next James Bond?
He's paying $101, so I mean, it'd be irresponsible not to bet on it on the guest bank account.
I agree. It's only the best guest bankroll. It's fine. Let's do it.
It's $5. We're going for it.
Well, we should ask our expert how much she wants to bet on it, though. How much do you think we should bet on Tom Ellis to be the next James Bond?
$5.
$5. So this is James influencing her. Okay, $5 it is.
If you put Andrew on the line to be the next James Bond, I'll bet on 100.
Do you want to contact Sportsbet via Twitter and see if I can just put my name up there?
Yeah, so if you tweet at Sportsbet Australia, then you can actually request them to do that.
I will tweet Sportsbet.
Yeah, let me find their Twitter. Everyone, we're creating markets here. Yeah, it's called sportsbet.com.au. So sportsbet.com.au is the Twitter account. So if you tweet at sportsbet.com, so sportsbet and then COMAU.
Is this one?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Hi guys, Roi Galfo here. I would like to request my friend to be added on the next day.
Market, yeah.
Yeah, he's hot and sexy, and he tries to steal me.
Yeah, put that in there, and then also put that his face is very forgettable.
Oh, I'll take a picture of him now. I bet on my baby.
What's the James Bond pose?
The gun,
Yes,
the gun
James
thing,
Bond.
like, yeah.
What's Andrew's height?
7'3".
6'2".
Ooh, so tall.
He
It's not
is.
true, but
You know what they say about tall people? It's not the only thing that's
They
tall.
have small.
I give it up.
What did you say?
Give
They
up.
have small what?
Nothing.
No, you said they have small. Tell us. So not only is he forgettable, but he has a small.
Wow, so mean.
Tall people have small things.
I'm
Well, I'm
also
not actually
offended because
tall,
I am
so-
tall too. So you managed to
Yeah, I
offend
know
both
you're.
of us.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I believe you have beard.
Nah, it's too late now. It's over.
What's his name in Facebook?
Rocco Siffredi on Facebook. I don't know. It's probably Rocco Siffredi.
No, what's your last name in Facebook, Andrew?
I don't have a Facebook.
Why?
It's a waste of time.
Do you have Facebook, James?
Yeah, it's Rocco Siffredi.
Brocco. How do you spell it? B-R-O?
ROCCO
R-O-C-C-O.
SIFREDI.
I-F-R. What's that again?
Huh? What's what again?
S. Your last name?
Siffredi.
How do you spell it?
SIFREDI.
Why are you laughing?
What?
It's
breaking up a lot.
2 Fs.
This,
It's both.
What the hell is this?
Me. It's my alter
It's
ego.
not you.
It's your stage name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my stage name. Go to Google and then search videos, and you'll see me.
Okay, I'll just do it later.
Yeah, but make sure you go to Rocco Siffredi on Google, and you'll see me on my stage name.
Okay. So how do you communicate, Andrew? You don't have Facebook.
I do not have Facebook.
How do you communicate with people? Viber, Instagram.
There's this thing called the telephone, and there's also this thing called like speaking to people. I like that.
Stone Age.
Stone Age.
You need to text.
Need to text. Well, that too.
What is
Follow
Andrew
WWE.
doing?
Huh?
What are
I'm
you
not
doing?
sure.
He's
What
watching
am I
wrestling.
doing? I'm looking at James's Facebook page under his alter ego, Rocco Freddy.
You said you don't have Facebook. How can you open a Facebook?
If you go videos, it comes up.
Well, I'm on roccosifredi.com.
Whatever.
I turned the phone around, but you can't put that on YouTube.
You can. We'll edit it out.
Maybe you also have the reason why you don't want to give me your Facebook account.
I honestly
He literally
don't have a
doesn't have
Facebook.
Why?
Because I don't need it. It's a
What
waste
kind of phone are you using?
I don't know what kind of phone.
Yeah. Is it the one
it's
with
not.
antenna with a very big battery?
No, that's his vibrator.
It is an iPhone. I have an iPhone.
Okay. So you do iMessages, FaceTime.
Yeah,
I
give
guess,
out your phone number on the podcast, please.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't think I'm going to announce that to YouTube.
Scomo needs your mobile number. That's why he hasn't been calling in.
Maybe you can give your phone number here so you can be the next motivator.
So I can be the next motivator. I can't do as good a job as Marcus.
Yeah, but he's already the womanizer, the champion of being a womanizer.
He's the champion of being a womanizer.
Yeah.
He's not really a womanizer. It's more that he just has a lot of pegging scenarios.
Yeah. Would you
Yes,
be
so-
willing to peg Marcus if he came to the Philippines?
What do you mean peg? What does it mean, peg? Kiss? What?
Yeah, what does it mean? Andrew, can you please explain in graphic detail for us all?
I feel like maybe this isn't the conversation for YouTube, so let's just
Okay.
let's
No,
move on.
I think we all need to know what pegging is, Andrew. Come on.
Yeah, what
I think those listening can.
Don't worry, they're going to
use
forget
Google.
because you're very forgettable. So you can explain it and they won't remember.
Don't say that.
I have to.
You're telling him not to say that. It's your words.
I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. What can I do
It's
to make
okay.
him forget that I forgot?
You know what you can do to make it up with him? Peg him.
When he gets to Philippines.
Okay. At the airport. No waiting till we get any further. At the airport. Solid pay.
Well, there you go. So
Are you
we're not
looking
going
up what
to
pegging
be
is?
at the airport though, because we're taking the yacht, right?
Okay. What do you mean with pegging in Australia?
It's not Australian. It's just general.
Australia, officially the Commonwealth of Australia, is a sovereign.
That explains pegging quite well.
What is pegging?
According to Wikipedia, pegging is a sexual practice in which a woman performs anal sex on a man by penetrating his anus with a strap-on dildo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go. It's Alexa. Alexa is so honest. So Marcus do that?
That's why he was late to the first couple of podcasts.
Okay, whatever.
I think that's why he had to go, because he was a bit busy.
Well, we assume that's why he left, but we can't say for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, odds are, if you're betting, which we
You
are.
guys have hair on your face. Like, do you have hair on your chest?
No. I have no hair on my body except for my face.
Do you have any hair?
What's wrong with my beard? You said before you liked it.
No, nothing's wrong. Do you have chest hair?
Do I? Well, maybe
Yeah.
we'll find out. Maybe you'll find out when I'm in the Philippines next.
Okay.
You know, I filmed a video that you can see that shows off my chest hair. If you go to Google and search my stage name. If you search my stage name, Rocco Siffredi on Google.
I have a very huge respect with you, James, and I know your wife is a Filipina, so I don't want to, create green minds with you.
No, but if you go onto Google and search my stage name, which is stuff I've put out there publicly, you'll be able to see it.
Okay, I'll check it later.
Yeah.
You got to see everything you want to see, I think.
You have to tell me the name of, you have to give me the name, the number of Andrew later.
Why later? Why not now on the podcast? Come on.
If we can't have that going out on
here. Let's not do that here.
Why? ScoMo needs your number too. Let's put it on the pod. Or what about Roy? You give your number to him now.
Okay. Do you have a pen and a paper? No one's going to be interested with me. So, but you can search me on iCloud so we can FaceTime.
Yeah, but now, you shouldn't have done that because now ScoMo is going to hear that and he's going to try and add you. It's going to be a whole thing.
I think we can edit that out. We can't have that going out onto the YouTube, I don't think.
No.
Okay, you can edit it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And he doesn't need the competition from ScoMo.
There's also that, but we can't have everyone
The competition.
spamming here. Yeah. Look out for our guests.
It's very hot in here, and you know what? I want to take off my clothes, but I can't do that.
Sure you can. We just edit it out.
Yeah.
What?
You can. We can just edit it out.
We can't do that here right now.
Why
with
not?
James.
I mean, you can.
I'll turn away. I won't look. I promise. Look, my eyes are closed.
There's no one actually stopping you. We can blur it out for YouTube. We won't put it up on YouTube.
And my eyes are closed, so we're all good.
There you go.
And James is turning red. Look at his face.
My
He
eyes
is
are
turning
closed.
very red. What's
It's
going
because
on?
my eyes are closed. My eyes go
Close
red
your
when
eyes.
they're closed.
All right.
Yeah, your eyes are closed, but you're recording.
All right. Well, there's that. Yes.
If Andrew can take off his jacket.
If I can take off my jacket,
Then what will happen?
I guess strip show's happening then.
Oh no,
Here we
no,
go.
no. I was
Strip show
wearing.
on the pod. Here we go.
Ooh!
Okay.
Oh my God! Everyone, get your boners ready. That is hot.
He has muscles.
What's that?
Yeah,
Do you go to the gym?
he's what
Do
we
I go
call
to the
here built like a brick shithouse.
Built like that's me.
Do you have abs? Do you have abs?
Do I have abs? Again,
Well, it's only fair is
you're gonna
fair.
have
He
to
took his
find
jacket
out when I'm
off,
in the
so
Philippines, Roy.
So what? Now,
his abs are pretty forgettable, if you ask me.
no, I'm not gonna
Oh.
forget.
Oh,
No, I'm sorry.
oh.
He took his jacket off though, so you know, fair is fair.
The strip show's starting, Roy.
Yeah, time to reciprocate.
I'm wearing a dress. It's just one piece, so I can take it off.
Well, too bad. You shouldn't have
There
agreed
you
to
go.
it.
Oh, maybe I can think of something.
Here we go.
You guys are looking.
Of course we're looking. It's a strip show. Why would you look away?
You know, people pay for that kind of stuff.
There you go.
Something from inside.
What is that?
Something I'm wearing inside.
Inside, but you're inside, so everything you're wearing is
What
inside.
do you think it was, James?
It's my
Sock?
ass.
It's
Huh?
her ass.
What?
Did you not see what you did?
No, I thought you took a sock off.
I guess you were looking away.
No, I'm not.
I love how much this is derailed.
Marcus leaves and
Sports
then
betting podcast.
it's a sports betting podcast and this.
And
So
strip
we
show
took
as well.
something off. So it's your turn, James.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be hard, but you know.
Which is hard.
Let me just adjust.
What is it taking off?
Might be taking off his socks.
That's not counted.
I
Doesn't
said take a
count?
sock off.
That's not counted because it has to be on this part.
Yours wasn't, so therefore socks are socks.
It's not counted.
It does.
It's not.
Well, fine then. I'll take my jacket off.
What are we
Wear the
doing?
shirt.
How about that?
Okay, fine.
There you go.
There you
Not
go.
sure what we're doing anymore. Sports betting
There's just three
podcast.
people taking their jackets off.
I think we should edit this out. This is ridiculous.
As if this is the
I wanna
highlight.
watch this shit again.
This is the highlight of the show.
This is the highlight of the show.
Chelsea Charm is
Uh-huh.
running in the next to Cranbourne. Do you reckon it'll win?
I don't know.
You don't know. So
No,
she won't
no.
charm. Chelsea Charm.
What?
Chelsea Charm.
Let's find it.
It's race 1, Cranbourne number 3.
Okay.
I've jumped on.
And if they
Chelsea Charm is 10 lengths in front right now, just to let you know. But yeah,
Mhm.
Where's? All right. So sports betting.
yes, I just want to note that while that was going on, I did bet on that dog, which did win. So
It did win.
I'm 1 from 1.
Well, there you go, Roy. So we could have had another winner, but we didn't.
So if we've learned anything from this, it's that Skirmo is going to wear a blue tie. Sebastian Coe is going to win the Voice Australia 2020. Tom Ellis is going to be the next James Bond, unless Sportsbet actually respond to Roy here and give us the market that we really want. The fact that Andrew will be James Bond, where Roy can star alongside him as Pussy Galore.
Yeah.
We learned that Marcus is into pegging. What else?
We
did
learned that a
learn?
long time ago.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
it was reaffirmed. New people learned that. What else did we learn?
You have taken off your jacket.
We have what?
Taken off your jacket.
We all took off our jackets. Well,
Roy
two
didn't
people
take off her jacket.
well, what was that instead?
It's bra.
It's what?
It's a bra.
She
Okay.
took off her bra.
Sorry, I don't know these things. I'm a bit.
You weren't paying attention. Being a good,
No,
good
I'm just
married man
naive.
and watching.
I'm just a very naive person. I don't understand.
Oh, you're
these
very
things.
naive.
Don't know
Right.
what's going on right now. Yeah. So we learned that.
What is going on?
It's unfair. You guys don't wear bra.
Speak for yourself.
No,
I
we
do.
don't.
How do you know I don't? I just didn't know that's where you meant to wear it.
Anyway,
All right, let's move on.
What else did we learn? We learned that Marcus loses because he doesn't believe in his bets and he should stop gambling, but he won't stop gambling. So,
He won.
oh, we also learned that if we win 10K, we're all going to the Philippines.
yeah, I have to go here.
Yeah.
All right.
Andrew,
You'll have to what?
apologize.
Don't
Also
worry, you'll
apologize.
forget about him by then, so that's fine.
I will never ever forget him.
You remember?
You've already forgotten him, so you
You
can't
will
say
remember.
you'll never ever do something you've already done.
I don't want to repeat the same mistake.
Give us an exit, someone.
All right, Roy. Your number one sports bet for the week is?
I don't know.
You don't know.
If you had to
That's
pick
already
one
good.
bet you've given out, what would you pick?
I'm sorry.
If you had to give out one bet you gave out, what would it be? Noting that you were very confident on the Broncos at the start.
Yeah, because I believe that they will really do a good game, and whoever, I hope they win.
Can you say in Filipino for us, the Broncos are going to win, goodbye?
Why do I have to say goodbye?
Because we're ending.
Because the podcast is ending. We can't do
Why-
the
what-
podcast all night. It's been going 2
Mananalo
hours and a half.
Kupunan ng Broncos.
Wait, start it again. So go.
Broncos, right?
Yeah, Broncos.
Mananalo ang kupunan ng Broncos sa laban na ito.
On that note, goodbye.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Bye.